Good day. Today we're talking about the adaptation of your dog. When we look at the adaptation of your dog, we have to take into consideration there are certain scenarios that we must take into reflect on this adaptation. We could have the adult dog, an adult dog to adapt to its new environment, the adult dog that have been, let's say for instance, been taken to a training school, academy, coming back into its old territory. We could have a puppy coming in, going through the period of adaptation, or we could get dogs that we have just obtained as adult dogs that must be brought into the new system where we've got other people and other animals, dogs, to come in and fit into the process. Now, we must understand, and research indicates to us that the dogs are of the most social animals in the world. They are believed to be the animals with the highest emotional intelligence in the world. Wonderful to work with a dog and interact with the family and the human. If we look at the development of the dog and how it became such a successful animal with the human all over the world, we must take into consideration certain behavioral characteristics that will assist us to understand these animals better. It has been proven and researched, and with the publication of the genome in 2003, we do know that the dog's ancestor comes from the wolves. The dogs as we know them, the modern dogs, genetically evolved from wolves. And taking that into consideration, we now must look at some similarities that we do find in the behavior of the wolves and that of dogs. For instance, we get the territorial behavior of the dog, we get the dog in its relationship with other animals. People would term that the pack group. We get the hierarchy within the other groups of animals and pack, and we also get behavioral deviations when it comes to the new terrain or geographical component. If we look at the blueprint of the dog, we do know that the blueprint of behavior comes in this evolutionary process from the wolf. We are able to say today that the dog in its territorial behavior have got different components. The geographical component, where the dog is, as a territorial animal, will protect its geographical component. Where the people stay or the family stays. One of the elements in this territorial behavior is the human, other people, the system that the dog fits into. The other one, for example, other animals. And here we look at this territorial behavior of the dog. We do also know that we do get different breeds. And within the breeds, the very interesting thing that you get differences between breeds, but also differences within breeds that takes the dogs from its behavioral point of view into different categories. Let's take for an example where the dog would be more prone to develop a geographical dominance and take the geographical component as dominant in its behavior. An example, one would get that within Rottweilers, where the other component we would get is the dog that would rather, in its dominant behavioral tendency, look at the human as the part that it's going to protect. Other interesting thing would be, like for instance with the border collies, where we get the border collies and they then have got the tendency to adapt the group of animals as part of their territorial behavior, and they are going to be protective and bond with the other animals. We must note that we do get differences between breeds, and we do get differences within breeds. That gives us the statistical, mathematical covariation system. If we look at the behavior and we look at the elements involved in the setting up of the behavior of dogs, we have to take into consideration the genetics. The genetics determines the behavior of our animals, but also interaction with the environment. The phenotype of a dog equals the genotype plus the environment. And this gives us a lot of a scope of different behavior. It is with the behavior being heritable, that means it's carried over from one generation animal to another. In the genetics term, we make use of the H-square to determine the heritability. And now we have to understand that we are looking at the polygenic trait. When it comes to a polygenic trait with a high heritability, we do need to know that we have to look at a sequence of differences. That means we do not get one or two classes or three classes, but we get a continuous variation between the classes due to the fact that we're working with a polygenic trait. Behavior cannot be predicted per se. We must then, from our side, look at the influence of the environment, and that is the responsibility of the owner, so that we could work towards an outcome. Because the environmental influences have got different effects on the dog over a period of time and or the state that we're in. For instance, if we get a new dog into the system, or we've got a dog that is already settled into the family, has gone out, but comes in, we need to know that we've got to treat it differently. One of the critical periods is the period, in the period of adaptation, is our first 5 to 7 days with a dog coming in. If we've got a new dog coming into the system, we must know, that is very important, that in the critical period of adaptation, the environmental influences that we bring into could have a lasting effect on the dog. The same also with a dog that needs to be reinstituted into the family. We do get that the first 5 to 7 days are critical, because we could have gone through training. There could have been a period where we have left the dog due to certain circumstances for a few months with other people or at a boarding. The dog needs to be adapted into the system again. The outcome that we do need is for our dog to become part of our new system again, behaving in its normal territorial behavior, in its normal behavior within the system, in a homeostasis. That means that the dog is balanced into the system. Now, with a period of adaptation, our first 5 days are critical. And this is the time where the environmental influences could have a lasting effect on the dog in its adaptation. So we say to you, this is the period of time that we've got to take note. No harsh influences from our side, and we must have the ability to be mature towards our dogs and take into consideration that the dog can show certain behavioral imbalances. We do continue as the humans to give the correct environmental influence. We take the dog, we nurture the dog in its behavior, and then we find that within the next 7 to 21 days, the dog will gradually adapt and take us as the new family and system as part of its territorial behavior, as part of its behavior of addressing the new system, the family, as its own. Enjoy your dog, be successful with your dog.